ninjas don't play. Stacking the UPEX from all the treasure we're hunting. Dragons keep the properties coming. Newcomers get help and they love it. Giveaways all the time and we love it. UFC and the NFL where we rumble. Race track in the hood got constructed. Hyde Park is stunning. If you don't agree, then you can go.
You need to leave.
The best hood in Upland. Yeah, got a lot from the bread to Vanessa Ave.
Hyde Park.
So come round here with respect, or you might get a shuriken to your neck, or a roundhouse kick to the face. The ninjas don't play.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday, fun day. KO, how you doing this morning?
Hey, doing great this morning.
All right. As you guys can see, we have a special guest in the house, 2024 Player of the Year, Elijah Judah. How are you this morning?
Hey, what up? What up, Upland? I'm all right, man. How y'all doing? What up, SC? What up, KO?
Doing good. Doing good. Nice weather here. It's a nice, crisp, sunny day, so you got to like that. No snow. Have you guys got snow up in your area?
No, it's brick. It's brick out here. It's cold, but there's no snow.
Yeah, we got down to
East
about
Coast.
21 degrees Saturday morning when I was going in to teach, and I was talking to my mom on the phone, and she lives in the Buffalo area, and they had like 18 inches of snow. So I'll take that 21 degrees any day over that. So
18 inches of snow already.
yeah, and those kids were still going to school. Oh man, we got a lot of stuff going on today. So I think we're live from the theater too, right?
Yep. I set up the stream live in the Metaverse Stage Theater, just testing out the live streaming capabilities. Jump in if you're not doing too much.
Awesome. Very nice. Where do players go to get in there? Is that right in the real node?
Yep, right in the real node, El Sereno, Los Angeles. And you would just go to the search function if you're in the Upland app. Just go to search, and it should show live now. Like it should show as a live theater cafe right now.
Awesome. All right. Well, I know we've got Elijah. You were the Player of the Year 2024 here, and I know we got to meet you in Vegas. Had a really great time. Seen you at the go-kart track racing away there, and what got you into Upland? I know we all have like different stories, but what brought you to the Upland Metaverse? How did you find it?
I found it because I was looking for the metaverse, and I was looking for it to show my drone art. I fly drones I'm a licensed drone pilot, so I fly drones, and so I wanted to bring that artwork to the metaverse. So I went looking in Decentraland and Sandbox, and it was mostly them, and they were priced real high, 4,000 and up. So not even one plot of land. The lowest plot was about 4,000. So it was no room for opportunity there. So I looked around for metaverse based on the real world. That's my actual Google search terms. And Upland came up, and next thing you know, I'm in Ohio, trying to find my way. It took me forever to get out of Ohio, y'all. That was not easy. Riding that, you had to ride like a monorail to get to another city. It was wild getting out of Ohio, but while I was there, I set up a nice little foundation of what I wanted to do. Look, somebody jumped in the theater now. What up, Picasso? Picasso jumped in the theater.
Uh-oh, now we got trouble. Picasso's here. Look out. Okay. Oh, we got a lot of people in the house. We got Funky Beats out there. One of our drivers had a fantastic season. Tough season, I know, for those guys. Boy Dern's out there. Metaspook. What else we got in here? Bam Tech, good morning. FTC, Jerish out in the house. 1990. Picasso. We got Scory. Lightning Leg. Josh Harden. Antiqueen 2.
We got people in the building.
Yeah, Billy Hubber. That's a new one. I don't know Billy. I don't think that's the first time I've
That's
seen him. Oh,
that's
Paragod,
Paragod.
Paragod. I knew that. Picasso. It's so funny seeing different names on different platforms that we frequent with other players and the different names that pop up in those different forums. So awesome.
And look, it's wild because I'm looking at the theater, but I'm kind of in real time, so I can see Picasso standing right at the screen. What's up, man? I see you
That
right there. So like I could kind of interact with him. But yeah, man, Upland has been quite a journey, but it's been amazing. Like I found started with the idea of the real node with these 26 properties, and man, I was pushing it out to everybody because it was this idea of having a YouTubers community where people could share their artwork via the properties, and that's still in the works. That's just it's being built out as best as I could think to do it, you know. But we do want the YouTubers community right at the core of the real node, with bringing in all the YouTubers, just like your channel, bringing a channel like just like your channel, and if people were flying past the property or however in whatever layer, they have access to your YouTube story.
that's awesome. It's funny you say Decentraland and Sandbox, because that's kind of what we were looking at first. And you must have looked a lital bit earlier on than us. I know when I first looked at that, I think it was Decentraland was the one I was on. The properties are like 10K. So I was thinking,
Mm,
man, maybe me and Cal can go in halves, a plot. And then I stumbled upon Upland during the holidays a couple of years back. I guess it's been 3 years already. And
yeah.
it was a lot more, definitely a lot more affordable. And me and you may have come in about the same time because I was in the same boat. I was stuck in Cleveland, and man, it was like trying to do magic tricks to get out of that Cleveland area. And I
Yeah.
didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was just floating around, and I figured out that you could get like these collections, and then if you got like the street collections, you got a little bit of boosted. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I went on just some random street in Cleveland and bought totally overpriced properties, but I had my collection and was super excited, and then just started to educate on through YouTube. I hooked up with a YouTube channel of someone. I don't even remember who it was back in the day. I think it was who's the grass guy, the turf guy? Um,
That's Loyal Doyle.
Doyle.
Loyal.
Yeah. So I hooked up with
Yeah.
I hooked up with his podcast, and he had some really good stuff going at the time, and just started picking up little tidbits here and there. And you had or not Evergreen. What's the other one? There was another guy doing some streams back then too.
The Woodhead.
Eh, Woodhood, yeah, it was the Woodhood. John Henry and the Woodhood. So he always had some really good analysis and some different ideas. So we just kind of picked up from there, and we said, "Heck, let's start doing some stuff ourselves," and just started growing from there. And it's been a lot of fun. We've met so many just amazing people. Genesis Week, the 2 years we've gone, and unfortunately, we weren't there for the first one, but we're there for the second and third, and just had a blast. It was a really good time and such a great networking event. And we just met so many like-minded individuals. It's hard to find that because in everyday life in my area, you bring up the word metaverse or crypto or anything related to that, and people look at you like you got four legs and two eyes. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it was really for me it was a breath of fresh air to get out there and kind of talk with people that understood what we were doing, and hearing the different ideas of where everybody thinks this whole metaverse is going. It's so new still. I would say probably maybe 97% of people even know what the metaverse is. I think when most people hear meta, right away the thought process goes to that Facebook, because the meta was tied to that. But yeah, so where do you see, like, in the big picture, where do you see this whole metaverse thing going?
Well, I see excuse me, I see it being the new internet. That's what it positioned itself to be. Web 2 was, Comcast internet, Fios, high speed internet, and things like that. Web 1 was America Online, dial up. You got mail type of stuff. That was Web 1. So Web 3 is the immersive 3D version of the internet, the internet that you immerse into. You're not just shopping on a flat screen. These objects have a twin now. and the twin has a location, and the location is probably going to be somewhere on the blockchain. So, in an example, over in El Sereno, we're building a community over in the real node. We want to have immersive shopping experiences. I'm not going to say too much about it, but we launched a mall, a version one of our mall. It was a test version of the mall, and basically that was launched in spatial. So we were able to see that mall can, has some traction. So we decided to move it over to nowhere.io. So we're waiting for Upland to release these custom interiors so that we can bring this mall over, and that's going to allow for people like different Uplanders, like you got Dijak and people like just what is more cheese and Blue Rain and Taz Tafari and different Uplanders that sell things, physical items like hoodies and or different things, but they can actually showcase their product in an immersive environment. And if people just become accustomed to immersive spaces, if it's just a one-touch click and you're there with an avatar, but you can kind of it's still an internet-y experience where you're networked, but it's more of a deeper immersed version where people can jump in different ways. You're not buying on Target.com on a flat screen. You're in there in Target and looking around, and there's people actually shopping too. Stuff like that. So what's up, Target? We like to bring Target to the real node LA if you listen.
That's
I
pretty
I
awesome.
just want to.
So, is there somewhere we can go to check out that theater?
Yeah. You talking about the theater that we have Cuddy Bowen, Jal Rashad, what up, Jal Rashad? And we have Picasso in there right this second. So you talking that theater or another
I'm sorry, not the
mall?
theater. I misspoke. The mall. Is
The
that
mall,
kind of put
yes.
together? Or is that still in the works?
Oh, no, 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 no. The nowhere.io version is still in the works, but the
Okay.
spatial version is accessible right now. So if you're in the theater right now, if you go to the main entrance of the theater,
Mm-hmm.
there's an exit. There's an exit, and you exit out to El Sereno, the immersive map of Upland. So we were able to get Moon Unit to download us the immersive map. And so we have the immersive map of El Sereno that you can walk through, just like you're in nowhere.io, but it's in
Mm-hmm.
spatial. And you
Okay.
would go there and get to the mall from there. The mall is in there though. It's actually active. There's let's say prototype stores. Even Uplando has a store in there. So we launched I can name some of the shopkeepers. You got Uplando, Rob the Agency, More Cheese, and Shackleton Shop.
Oh, what's
What's
that?
that?
My bad.
You playing
Somebody's in the
music over
theater.
there,
Somebody
KO? What's going on over there?
KO jumped in the theater, and
Sounds
the
like
theater
KO's
launching
Playhouse
music.
going on over there. What was that?
I was gonna try to show it, but I didn't know the music would turn on, so my bad.
Do you have it up, Joe? Yep.
Not well. I had to jump out to get the music to stop.
Oh, okay.
It scared him. He was like, "Oh, just click exit."
I didn't know what was going
Yeah,
on over there.
it launches music in the lobby. So you started off in the lobby, music loads, and it's just subtle music. But when you walk into the actual theater, the screen is on, and you'll see a couple people on the stage. Just kind of let me take a screenshot of them while they're on the stage, man. Hold up, let me get a screenshot. Oh wait a minute.
And while you're doing that, Elijah, me and SC Kicker were talking, this week as we're getting ready for this, and you have been probably the most consistent worker, like and just content creator and forging ahead in Upland. I mean, you've been doing stuff since SC Kicker and I got involved, and you've just been so consistent, and it's just really cool to see how far you guys have come.
Well, thanks, man. I want to thank my Heavenly Father and Jehovah for that because I've been and all the people He sent my way because I've been, I don't know if you spark hunted or treasure hunted or competitively treasure hunted, but that's one of the most intense things I think I've ever had to do, man. The competitive treasure hunts. I mean, you ever come out shaking, your hands shaking and stuff like this is like some real stuff if you could come out of it shaking like that. And so I'm gonna keep it real with you. I will pray before I treasure hunt it and go for it.
It's too funny.
Oh, that
So
I
Like,
like
yeah, man.
well,
Yep.
I got to tell you, KO, you said it right. I mean, Elijah's been doing stuff very consistently. He hasn't stopped. And Um, Upland, there's some things that Upland needs to work on for sure. And I think two things that they got really right were the past 2 years, player of the years with yourself and Shaq Dillon the year before, because you two guys, gals are working it every day. You guys are doing stuff and making a difference in the community and helping support people. And I think it's for us, everything is about the community. The community is unbelievable and just a great wealth of knowledge out there in different areas and just a lot of hard workers. So the Upland definitely the core group of Upland and the players got the player of the years right to both those years.
Man, I appreciate that. And you're right, man. It's the community. Like I think that's what made Upland for me so it was when the old Discord days. It's hard to describe, but this Discord channel that Upland had, it ran for like 24 hours straight, where it was just packed all the time. And if you really went in there and all you had to do was stay on mute and listen, you will learn so much. You didn't
Yeah.
even have to talk. Sometimes you'll get triggered into talking, but a lot of times, because people were knowledge battling, you'll let them battle it out to get to the core of the matter. And that's how you kind of excelled as an uplander, because you were just it was almost like a kid getting placed with the upper class, and you just kind of just looking at the big kid, the not the older mature kids, doing their thing, and you just learn it. And that's what I did. A lot of times I would be quiet and listen, and then I would jump in and talk about utility. After a while, I was like, I'm trying to do something with these assets, but what can we do with them? And speaking of the new assets, Upland released the what do they call it? The Winter Wonderland? No, just Wonderland models, right? So we're building those in El Sereno. If you got some Wonderland models, and I know you're gonna bring them over to Hyde Park too, but bring your Wonderland models to Hyde Park and the real Node LA and El Sereno. We're building them things out. They're not gonna last long. So I've seen some amazing structures the Upland released, and they took them away. And it's just like you start finding places where you should have built it. You're like, oh, I shouldn't have been tight. I should have put the minimum spark. So put up the minimum spark on a bunch of them, and then you don't have to put up all your spark. They only take I think 400 spark or 250.
250,
hmm
So
200, something like that. Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to tell you, I probably put up about 40 of them, more than 40 of them,
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
and it's just at the
Yeah.
minimum spark though, just as a placeholder.
Yeah, but at least you got them now. So you just go back and you build them over time, and that's
Mhm.
perfect. Yeah, I really like those Wonderland structures. Those are pretty nice. I got to put a bunch of those up.
The colors, man. I'm thinking if I put a whole bunch in one area, would I be crashing the system because the colors are vibrant? Like I'm feeling it. I don't know who did that to Jason Fiesta do that, or whoever made those structures, man. Shout out to you, because the colors are really vibrant. Even the white cloudy one.
Hmm.
So all of them, I enjoyed making those structures because man, I did a bunch of different colors. It don't matter the color. I did all kinds of colors.
I'll have to drop them.
Yeah,
I
I
think I
got a
have.
few up as well in
Did
Hyde
you get
Park.
some up already, KO?
Yeah, I got a few up. I gotta go get some more, but I got a few.
I just right before those came out, I put up a bunch of structures I just started. And so I was like, man, I just did it like 3 days ago. Should I go and take them all down, destroy them, and put new ones up with the Wonderland models? I was thinking about doing that actually.
I just take that minimum off of one of them. Like if you have like how many do you have fully staked out for
Uh,
those previous ones?
the previous ones, no, I actually just went in and put minimum on a bunch of them and started building them. So they're not that far
Oh,
along. So I might go back and just deconstruct them and redo them as Wonderland models, I think. So I really like those
what
models.
do
They look
I,
sharp.
I did have to do that. I did deconstruct some that didn't have any progress on them. Like
Hmm.
if they didn't have any progress appearance, I'm like you got to go,
Yeah.
and took them right down and cleared them out. But if they had progress, I didn't want to kill the spark hours. Maybe the spark exchange. You use the spark exchange?
Do. Yep.
I've used it. I've definitely used it to get me out of that same situation where I'm kind of locked, spark locked, if you will.
Yeah. Yep. All
Have
right.
y'all
Let's.
been watching Sparklet Price out there? No financial advice. You been
I don't know
watching?
where it's at today. I've been watching my XYO has been doing really well. Trying to get some
Who you
more
telling?
information on XYO.
Man, I thought I was the only look. The day Upland posted that XYO post,
I went
I
crazy.
grabbed a little. I grabbed a little something, something, and next thing you know, I looked at that thing. I said, I know that don't say what it say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upland.
It was up to almost 4.5 cents the other day. I mean, that's crazy. I've been mining it on my phone since, I guess it's been 2019, maybe something like that.
Uh,
I've been mining it on the phone and collecting it. And yeah, so when I saw XYO, that announcement come out with Upland, I was like, yeah, man, that's what I want. And yeah, just over the last few weeks, it's just gone bonkers.
yeah. Have you been watching their presumed utility for the usage of it?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it. I've actually been trying really hard to get in touch with one of the VPs over there to get him on stream with us and just kind of help educate everybody on XYO because from the time that I first started investigating that one and started mining it, it's changed a lot. There's been a lot of changes within it, and I really think it's got so much good utility, and it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to be mapped to the metaverse. And I got to say, Upland's got to be the perfect project for them to be involved in because it's mapped to the Google Earth, to the actual plots of land in real life, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, man, that thing has a lot of potential.
Now, do you mine
So
it too?
no, I didn't know you. I never thought to mind it. I just the day that they mentioned it, I went and looked at the price. I said, okay, let me grab a little bit. And next thing you know, that little bit turned into a little something, something. No, no financial advice.
Yeah, it's there's like a little, I don't know if you can see that. There's a little coin app and it collects coins as you drive or walk. They have some new features that just came out with walking, which I haven't really played with it too much. I put it on and walked around my house a little bit and it was pacing while I was on the phone and stuff, and it didn't really accumulate anything. So I got to figure out how that. I think they're going to tie it into some like fitness stuff with like stepping and stuff like that.
Okay.
Is what I was reading about, but I would definitely like to get a hold of somebody on the team. So XYO, if you're listening, hit me up. I know I put a couple emails out and eager to learn more about the project so we can share it with the community. I know a lot of people have been sending me personal messages, asking me about it, and I just don't have the education on it. I'm still learning a lot about it.
Yeah,
I,
I think that's pretty awesome. Go ahead, Kay. I'm sorry.
no, you're good. I do want to jump into I think you were able to attend a Nowhere AMA or something like that. Just so everybody knows that's watching, we are giving away all of our prizes at the end of the show today. $100 USD, 100,000 upix, lots of other prizes for minting, the minting out of Hyde Park, and then so those prizes we got the Spark Train wheel coming up too, and then our last spin wheel for commenting on the last video. So I got all those set up, but yeah. So Elijah, you were able to do like an AMA with someone from Nowhere, and what's kind of your take on the cafes, and what did you learn from that session?
Okay. And just before I jump right into that, can I give away a Red Eagle go kart too? Can you spin the wheel one extra time
Yeah,
at the end, and then
Absolutely,
and give away a Red Eagle go kart?
for sure.
for that wheel KO too. I don't remember if I talked to you about it, but I had added another prize in there. So I was Thursday night. I could not even sleep after we minted out Hyde Park. I was so fired up and excited. I did throw an extra prize in there that wasn't originally on the wheel. So for the prize, the prizes we have 100 USD, 100K UPIX. I actually threw a gold bag. I've got a gold ninja bag in there. Is that cool
Awesome.
with you?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
I think this
I
is
know it's a
a
yeah.
worthy event to give those
That was
away.
my thoughts. So, and then we got the Ninja Duck. I can't believe you're giving that up. You're giving me an opportunity to catch up. And then the silver bag. We've got the uh, Hyde Park Ninja Battle Ring. And then we also have a red bag and now a red eagle cart. So that's awesome.
Man, shout out to y'all with y'all Hyde Park paraphernalia. Y'all remember you gave me this
Hey,
at
look.
Genesis. Look
Oh,
at the condition.
Marie.
That thing is in mint
Hey,
condition. Look at that.
So actually the book that you just showed, that's that Legend of Marie. We are going to have one of her, actually one of the characters in her lineage is the character that we're naming through the contest that we're running. We'll have more details at the end on that. So that's awesome. Got the stickers
That's
going.
cool, man.
Very
there you
Yeah,
go.
nice.
man.
You got all the stuff.
Yeah, man. That was pretty cool, man. Y'all were doing some groundbreaking stuff with the comic book stuff, man. I think that whole Genesis week where we kind of got to show off our stuff and bring in what we're working on top of the blockchain was next level stuff. So, you know, I got to hold on to that as a gift, you know. But yeah, you asked me. We met with Max. Shout out to Max, man. He's a hard working fella, man. He's a hard working fella. Shout out to all of them over John and all of them over at Nowhere.io. But we met with Max at the Upland Daily Discord. It was a town hall that was hosted by Crowley. And so, you know, Crowley through a town hall. He's been racing in Upland. Him and City Pigeon. They've been killing leaderboards. That's the Crowley I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But he hosted a town hall and brought in Nowhere.io. He let us ask questions to Nowhere.io. So I said, asked him 3 questions if I'm trying to remember. But one of the questions was similar to Abdullah's Track Heroes. Um, will our cafes be automatically API connected in order to transfer UPIX and stuff like that? And he said yes. The Nowhere interior spaces will be a API connected to transfer UPIX, and I think he said legits, but it was UPIX and something else. So it wasn't just UPIX, but it made it seem like he can probably move anything around. Um,
That's
any
really
of the
cool.
assets. That is next level stuff. That takes
Yeah.
them above every immersive space out there. The fact that they're able to connect an immersive space with Upland's API and move the assets in the immersive environment, and then so that's accessible. So yeah, that was the first question. The second question was the online live. You know, like how people in the theater now they can see the online live. But shout out to the people in the theater. It's getting popping in there, man. Let's see who's in there. We got uh, quite a few people
Can
in
you
there.
show a screenshot of that, or is that?
Well, I
Oh,
can't
you won't be
show a
able to do that from your
screenshot.
side, will you?
No, because I'm actually on my phone and on my laptop, so I had to because it's pulling so much data. I had to use 2 separate devices and just keep them next to each other. Um, so I'm actually streaming through my phone. But I asked him, that online live button, would that be for the custom interiors too? Like, let's say if you, whatever custom interior space you're making, would you be able to? Would people know if someone was in there? So you could tell if it's popping or not. Let's talk plainly. So you and he said, yeah, all of them.
Hmm.
So if you get one of these new custom interior spaces, you're gonna be able to edit it in Blender because I have the experience also of editing it in Blender with Nowhere. They walked me through getting the real Node Mall up to par, and it's called the Upland Players Mall. But I'm not gonna even get into that right now. But the cool part about it is that you can edit in Blender and then upload it to their world builder, and it gives you all kinds of flexibility with the spaces, man. I mean, this is way beyond what I was imagining for Sandbox at Central, man. Shout out to them for jumping on the Upland. Upland was the tortoise in the race of the tortoise and the hare, and they slowly built up this whole metaverse one step at a time, from the stress tests that was crashing down to the product releases in order to test how they go on the map. So and they still came through in the end with the high level of utility, and they bought Nowhere.io with them, who could give us that immersive space that we were looking for. Um, I mean, imagine if somebody was selling the property in Upland, and that property had a theater on, not the theater. Let's say if somebody was selling a cafe. How valuable is a cafe in Upland? I mean, fully jamming cafe. You know, it
Yeah.
wouldn't sell for any less than $1 million upwards,
Yep.
or 1,000 USD.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
so it really enhances the spaces to a level where we're just kind of wrapping our minds around it.
I think that's the stage we're in, is people trying to wrap their heads around it, and it's. I think there's a few steps to go before it's simple enough and quick enough for the average person to jump in. Um, I think we're close, though. I think we're really close, and it's like you said, it's just really cool to see how far, you know, all these people have come, Upland and Nowhere, and the different experiences that they're going to create. I mean, it's rocking.
Yeah, I'm excited about
Yeah,
Nowhere. I know we met John Morris at Genesis Week, I guess 2 years ago. And, we saw a lot of the Nowhere stuff and it looked really cool, but had really no understanding of it at all. And then we got to meet him again this past year. And, now we know a little bit more and we've had some conversations with both him and Max, and just great to deal with, and, give you a lot of really good information and try to break it down for like the dumb ninjas that we are, trying to learn this stuff. And they do make it easy and a lot of fun to learn. So I'm excited about, seeing where all of this goes. And I know coming up this Thursday, actually, we do have John Morris is going to be on with us, and we are going to be talking about that. So if there's anybody that's in stream today listening, or Elijah too, if you have more questions based on like your conversations that you guys had the other day, hit us up and we'll try to get as many of those questions asked to help all of us as a community. And, when we talked to John, I guess it's been about 8 weeks ago, whatever it was, about coming on, that was our goal, is to just help educate all of us. I know we're having a little bit of trouble understanding on how to use this the best way for the players, and reaching out, talking to other players. It sounds like that was kind of the general consensus. So if we could help the whole community to make this thing work, it just helps everybody.
yeah, that's awesome. I think that's awesome, and I'll keep a thought as questions come into mind, and shoot them over to you.
Yeah, it's funny how like all these different conversations about this stuff, it stems another thought. And I think you kind of hit on that earlier. You said you used to go into the Discords, the Upland Discords, the chats. And I used to do the same thing as you did. I would go in there kind of quietly on mute and just listen and listen. And I'm like, man, I hope they don't see my name in there and try to get me to ask questions, because I don't know anything about what I'm doing yet. I'm just here to learn. And yeah, it was just such a great, I think it was Uplando that used to be in there pretty religiously. And I remember sending messages to him and just learned so much from him about Upland, because I had no clue on what I was doing. And thank God I found Discord. If I didn't find Discord and get educated, I wouldn't probably be here right now doing what we're
You're right.
doing. So it's such valuable information. And, I remember when Uplando was on there, and I think who took over that stream now? That's
Goldsmith.
Goldsmith. Yeah, Goldie is doing that show now. So it's good to see that there's still something out there helping educate the
Yeah,
players. So it's really good.
it's true. It's true, man. I would come in and listen. It'll be Uplando and Goldsmith, or a bunch of the older people. When I say older, I mean older accounts, people that's been around for a while. Um, Sasso and them, and Lily, and all of those people that was there like every day straight up. I don't know if you remember him.
Yep.
Um, all kinds of players that were just being there, and what they
Cheese
did
was
was they
always in there.
they had no tolerance for bad information. Like, bad information would get chewed up so bad in Discord if somebody come in saying some nonsense. Yeah, you're about to be able to they'll chew it up, but that's how you learn.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
really enjoyed the Discord feature. But yeah, man, we these immersive spaces, like I'm looking in the theater now, there's quite a few people in there, man, watching the show. Um, you know, what up, everybody? But I can see this being the way that we're going to internet in the future. this flat 2D internet, like 10 years from now, you might like imagine trying to use America Online right now. You'll be devastated if you had to start from scratch and install that on a computer and hook up the cable in the back and all of that. So in the future, you might not be feeling these flat 2D surface of purchasing. You're like, why would I buy this product and I can't even tell how big it is?
Hmm.
Where there'll be ways where you'll reconcile scale,
Yep.
how big something is just based on the immersive nature of the environment.
I was watching this cool thing. It's a couple of months back now, at least, and there was like an avatar walking through a grocery store, and the avatar is actually walking down the aisle of the grocery store and was able to pick up products off the shelf and read like the ingredients and stuff and see it, kind of feel it as much as you can without the haptic hands. But it was really interesting seeing that, you could actually walk through and experiencing it just like you were at the store, but from the comfort of your own home and your desk.
Yep. That's exactly it. And that's what we've been kind of working on over in the real node, El Sereno. We've been steadily working on that to the point where our previous theater in VR, you can go in and pick up stuff and do just that, like
Mhm.
look at stuff in VR while you're in there. There was a selfie camera in there sitting on the table where you could kind of walk up to it, grab it in VR, take a picture with everybody in there, and post it.
Oh
So it,
man.
it had some features, but I think that, like I said, nowhere is pacing. Because they were able to connect to the API. That was the most difficult part, is
Hmm.
making Upland's API connection. So they took the time to do that. Now they can, you can. Now it's just our imagination at this point, and I plan to build some environments.
Yeah,
Trust and believe.
that's awesome. Yeah,
Well,
it's going to be
I
exciting
believe
to see it unravel.
I believe you, Elijah. I believe you do what you say. Like you grind it out, you get it done, and so I really can't wait to see what you guys um, create and you know what kind of experiences you guys make. It's just gonna be really cool.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be cool. And like I said before, though, the whole LA, man. Now that LA is closed and it don't feel like the bottomless, endless mint, the summer of minting. Now that it's closed and you can kind of see what the smoke is starting to clear out, you're like, wait a minute, maybe I should have grabbed a couple of these.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if Upland is listening, please remove those, grade out the ones that we can't buy. I hate to be looking at those for the next year and a half. What do y'all think? You like looking at those?
No, I absolutely hate it. We actually have three sitting in Hyde Park, and we saw them when everything was getting minted out. There's still three properties that are grayed out, but you can't buy them.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah, they're locked.
yeah,
Um,
I hope they can hide the locked properties until it's time to actually deal with it, and that. But still, now that the smoke is clearing, and you look around, the only thing available is secondary. Now,
Hmm.
secondary becomes a little bit more. Let's see how much closer to mint we can get these things.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, I'll be shopping, so I can tell you. Uh, the not USD, not talking USD, but talking just UPIX,
Hmm.
it's going to slowly be hard to get properties at mint call UPIX costs.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other night.
Yeah, so that instantly changed, kind of changed the market there,
Yeah.
and in a good way though. In a good way, just I don't think people have noticed it, but I've noticed it because I've been shopping.
yeah, I'm looking
Sure.
at if this is up to date, which it's been a little spotty here recently, but with Upix Land, I'm looking at about 40 or 50 properties, listed around the 93% um, rate for Upix in LA, and I don't imagine that those are gonna sit around too long.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I could definitely see us moving over mint here. I don't know, maybe it's next year, maybe which isn't too far away, maybe next quarter or so. But yeah, it's really weird not being able to buy. It's
I
really
know.
or to mint, that is.
Yeah.
Um, And you guys minted out a long time ago. Is that correct, El Sereno?
Yeah, yeah, man. We got 7,900 properties, and we minted out a while back. It was a minting campaign we did, but that bad boy did mint out. Um, and that's why I was able to say I understand the satisfaction that when the once the smoke clears and you can actually see what's going on, that there's no more loose mints. You have everything, and you can actually see what's going on and strategize and stuff. So I do like that. And congratulations on minting out Hyde Park, man.
Yeah, we're super excited. We're both extremely goal oriented, and we'll just keep working until we get what we want. And when we found out that the lockdown was coming, we're like, oh no, we've been working at this goal of getting minted out, for so long, and so it was really good to see it come to fruition and mint out. We had a lot of help from our community along the way and some other players, so it was really exciting and super satisfying. I was really worried we weren't going to hit that goal because we had so many properties. It's just a big neighborhood in general, kind of like Granada Hills. The competition with them really kind of helped to push us as well, trying to beat those guys in the minting, and they had a very big neighborhood too, and we were kind of parallel along the way with that competition. So, speaking of which, we actually won that competition. So I think Elslack and Millen, you guys need to get your addresses moved over to Hyde Park for the next month. Now that we're the
Now,
winners.
I do know that El Slack. I don't know if Millen was part of that competition. I don't know if he agreed to it. So,
Trophy is in the house.
but yeah, that was pretty cool. It just feels like we have our. I know they are technically Upland's properties, but Hyde Park felt like our properties. It felt like ours, so it's really nice to have minted out. Thanks to we actually have a. What's crazy about our giveaway today is we have 40 people in that posted in the minting challenge. So 40 different people have a chance to win 100 USD today. And I know that there was a lot more that just didn't post in the Discord. And the three big ones, Too Stupid to Win, TML, and Dizzy went crazy Thursday night to help us finish that out. And then so many other people too, just really went at it strong. So it was just super cool to see it all come together.
That's awesome.
Well, we got some giveaways to do. You want to do which giveaway do you want to do first?
All right, let's do. I've got this one right here. I'm sharing my screen.
Scoot over there. There we go.
And let me just confirm real quick. Pretty sure. Yeah, this is our Spark Train giveaway.
Okay.
I copy and pasted this on here. So Paragod has won like a couple in a row. So he actually volunteered to roll the Upix over this week. So instead of 10,000 Upix, it's 20,000 Upix.
Nice.
I'm also going to shuffle this a few times because Paragod is winning every time. But let's see who's going to win 20,000 Upix. And it looks like it's going to be Du Bois.
Du Bois.
Congratulations.
All right. So the boy Derna get you hooked up with that, Du Bois. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Now Scory23 also wanted to donate one of his bunny coins to this giveaway as well.
Okay, cool. And did he win his own bunny coin?
Let's spin that again. Delster. All right. So I think actually I'll have that coin, so I'll reserve that for you, Dogster, today. Let's knock out an also this next wheel is for commenting on the previous video, and I think this was for a Samurai Santa, is that correct?
This one is for Samurai Santa. Yes, it is.
All right. Let me shuffle this as well. And who's it gonna be? Kafkaskatsi.
All right. What's the end game on that? Is that B starts with a B?
No, it's Kafkaskatsi.
Okay.
I don't know if I spelled that right, but I'll get the right spelling.
Okay, perfect. I'll get that sent out.
All right. And then you want to jump into the big prizes now, or?
We could do that. Well, speaking of Samurai Santa and martial arts, I guess, comes to mind. I know Elijah, I think in talking to you at Genesis Week, you've done some martial arts as a kid, I believe.
I sure did. That's a funny story. I thought you forgot all about that.
Oh
Actually,
no.
I forgot about that story too. Um, and yeah, I did. I did martial arts when I was young. About 15 years old, I started doing Taekwondo, and this is one of those humbling stories, man. You don't just, no matter how something looks from the outside, you don't just roll up in there thinking you got it under control, you know. And I think that just applies with anything, even the metaverse. As easy as things may look, don't just roll up thinking you're gonna snatch something. Um, but over in Taekwondo world, I signed up for Taekwondo. You know, when you start off in Taekwondo, you're no belt, right? Is that still the same? You start off without a belt. You just
It
get
is
the
at our
gi.
academy, yeah.
Typically, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so you get the gi, right? You got to earn the white belt. So um, I came in as a no belt, just like everybody else did, and I thought I was kind of tough too. And they didn't have any because I was 15 in that moment. They didn't have anybody my belt to spar with me at the end. You know how they spar at the end? They do everything, and by this time had been a no belt for a while. Like I probably felt like I was a black belt, and so we did our end of the class sparring, and they had to match me up. So they matched me up with a black belt. Now the black belt was about a little older than me, maybe within teenage range. So if I was 15, he was 16, 17, 18. Not much older than that, but not intimidating at all. So I went in there, man. I went in there. And I could tell initially by these special blocks he was doing that it was bad. But next thing you know, I probably went for something, and he spin kicked me just like that, right in the head. So you don't talk trash unless
Yeah.
you ain't been spin kicked before. You can tell people who've never been spin kicked before because they're gonna talk the most trash.
That's funny. Well, I've been spin kicked before. I still talk a little trash, but definitely taking a few shots to the head.
Yeah, you been spin kicked, SC?
Yes. So 2 times. I actually have a funny story. When I was same thing, kind of a no belt, I had actually just got my white belt. And when I started, I started training in Japanese karate. Actually, I started in Kung Fu and I had just a little bit of a base. And then I had switched over to Japanese karate and I was a really, really new student. So I started training in Ishinryu was the art. And I got in there and I was sparring against a guy and I hit, it was a black belt guy, I hit him with a hook kick, but he didn't expect it because I was a white belt. And I didn't think anything of it. And then next thing I know, I was over the top of a desk. I got reverse side kicked so quick. In the school we were in, it was like this little shabby building and it had nothing in it. It was just mats and a desk. And man, he reverse side kicked me over that desk. I didn't know what hit me. It was so fast. I never saw it. Guy's name was Dr. Speed, Marty Kingavis. I remember this probably back in like 1996. or no, it was 1986, 87, somewhere in that time frame. And that was, man, that was a rude awakening because I was in pretty good shape at the time. And I was a little bit, definitely, I was definitely a little bit cocky. And that was a wake up call real quick. So I think that's
Yeah.
one of the spin kicks I remember because that was the first spin kick I ever got hit with was a reverse side kick like that. And then the second one was with an instructor I used to train with, and I was actually a black belt, and I've never was able to like score a point on this individual ever. All the times we trained together, was Grandmaster Lee's son, and the one time I actually scored a reverse side kick, and I was already celebrating before the kick touched. And at the same time I connected, he came with a spin heel kick so fast I never saw it. And next thing I know, I was just sitting in a chair, dazed and confused. And that was Mr. Aaron Lee, and unbelievable kicker. And man, the speed on that guy was really. It was another one that was like I was actually gotten really good at that point, and that was a good wake up call that day too. 'Cause it wasn't as good as I thought I got.
There it is.
But yeah,
You see, the most
KO,
humblest people
it is, and
probably been big.
that's the great thing about martial arts is it always is so humbling. Yeah, it really is. So KO, you
Yeah.
got any good spin kick stories?
Um, I've been spin kicked so many. I mean, I've been kicked so many times. I can't think of like a funny one. I just my humbling story. I guess it's not a spin kick story, but my humbling story is I was 17 years old, and I was a black belt in Taekwondo, been doing it my whole life, and just my first jiu-jitsu experience. And they paired me up with this little tiny scrawny 14-year-old kid, like just uh super super skinny, and I was like, what, I'm gonna take care of this kid, no problem. And he wrapped me up for like a pretzel for about an hour. I was like crawling on my hands and knees to go puke in the bathroom, and that actually made me fall in love with jiu-jitsu that day. I'm kind of twisted, I guess, that way, but I was like, man, I this little kid just did that to me, I've got to learn this. It was just that was my humbling moment for sure.
Yeah,
That's
it
awesome.
is. And you run into somebody that's got that different skill level, and a different skill set too, and a different art that you're not used to. It's a whole different playing field.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad y'all staying in shape, man. Staying in shape is a for the rest of your life type of deal. So,
Yeah.
God, Lord willing, keep it up, man.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Wouldn't have it any other way. So, all right. We got, all right. For the big spin wheel, we actually had, I think Bam Tech wanted to add something in there too, KO.
Yep, we have added a this is a big prize, a Le Mans cart. That's his new cart that he's come out. I know he did some auctions for them some, and they were going for some high prices.
Nice.
So yeah, he put up a Le Mans cart. And it was the name of that cart, Elijah, the Red Eagle cart?
Yep, the Red Eagle go kart,
Okay.
and that's a community go kart to be used in real note events.
Oh, fantastic. Man, we got some sick prizes today. I'm really excited to give these out today.
So the winner of the
Um,
Red Eagle kart, send me your in-game name, and I'll list that for you in the shop.
nice.
Are
Thank
their
you,
in-game
Blvd.
are their in-game names the same as what you're spinning? Are you spinning their actual in-game names or just that
Um,
Discord?
Some of them, yes, and some of them I'm not
Okay,
sure. So I'll do the legwork and make sure you have the right in-game name.
thank you, thank you.
Lightning Leg just added a cart too.
Shoo, we're gonna be giving out some stuff.
All right. We better get this wheel started, huh? I got
Yeah,
to
we gotta
drive.
get this
I
done.
got to drive out to Columbia today. My wife was visiting her father in Charleston, and when they drove back, my wife dropped my daughter back off at school in Columbia, and my daughter left her keys, wallet, and everything in my wife's car, and just realized it this morning. So we have to take a ride up there. So now I got to find a Buffalo Bills backers place to go watch my Bills play today. So I've been reaching out to some of my friends in the Columbia area to see where is a good place to go watch a game there.
Um, do you watch football, Elijah? Do you have a team or?
Well, I'm from Baltimore, so the Baltimore Ravens is my team. It's my home team. I don't watch football as much as I used to back in the day. I'm just too busy to, family, dad, just too busy for it right now. But I did watch football back in the day, and the Ravens is still my home team, so I would go to a Ravens game.
They actually they got the better part of us this year, Elijah.
When I was a kid, before Baltimore had a team, Buffalo Bills was my favorite team. I had
Oh,
the blue Buffalo Bills hat and the blue Buffalo Bills starter coat.
nice.
Jim Kelly was my favorite player. That was back in the day.
Wow, that was a good team back then, the '90s.
Yeah,
Yeah, I actually had worked a couple events for Jim Kelly way back in the days. So they had a man that was an unbelievable team, good group of guys, real
they went to the
down to
Super Bowl
earth.
every year.
Yeah, I wish
They
we
went
could
to the
have
Super
won
Bowl
one.
every.
It was
I know,
agonizing.
but they still made it to the dance. They should have won one, but they still crushed a lot of people to get there.
Yeah, they did. They did. They had this team that we have now kind of reminds me of the team, back then a little bit. So it'd be interesting to see how we finish out this year. So, but we did drop 2 games early, but they've rekindled pretty well. We got some good players on the team. A few guys that were injured are back too. So excited about that. And I think I just saw they just brought back Micah Hyde as well this past week. He's on the practice squad. So it'll be good to see him coming back too.
And
Well, well,
just
well, look
you
what the
kind of
cat
touched on
dragged
a
in here. They got the
you
vulgar
touched on a memory,
Uplander.
man. Oh, sorry,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
No, I was gonna say you brought up earlier. You said where do I see Upland going in the future and things like that. And I had mentioned how the immersive internet, but also I left off the social spaces. Like now, the theater it has kept people in there the whole time watching the show, and I can see like when places like TikTok, if they're saying that TikTok is going down, shutting down. They keep promising, but in the meanwhile, TikTok is kind of the first example of like a high intense immersive space. Like there's a lot of people on TikTok live constantly. And so if they were to shut that down, that market would have to disperse somewhere and regrow somewhere else. So that's why I see these 3D immersive spaces as being important. Because people are not going to be trying to do it on the flat screen now. Like I could see being in this it's fun when people are there. It's whack when nobody's not there. When people are in these immersive spaces, they are all right.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see that being a social setting, like how today you're going to watch the game. I could literally stream the game in the theater, and you could just watch it through your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. Like if you didn't have a way to do it, we could be like, man, listen, let's just stream it in the theater, and you just pull it up on your phone and zoom in. There you
Yeah.
go. You got the game live.
Yep. It was interesting just a while back they came out with I forget which group it was. There was a martial arts group that they brought into the theater in Upland. And I haven't really heard anything more on that. Karate Combat or Combat Karate, one of the two. And have you heard anything on any of that stuff?
No, I didn't. Now that you say it, I remember it, but I kind of forgot about it a little bit. I thought, it just faded. So I figured they were working. You know how some people, when they get announced and then they kind of just fade to the background, work on what
Mm-hmm.
they're working on, and then relaunch it.
Yeah.
So I just figured that, they were in that space of building it up.
Yeah. It'd be
But man, I'd
interesting to
love to
see where it
bring in
goes.
fitness in the Upland.
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
love to bring
100%.
like competitive node. We could have cross competitive node fitness, like how there's people watching in the theater now, and they can watch 2 nodes compete doing push-ups and stuff. Like you could have a push-up contest for upics,
Yeah.
and the winner, like 1,000 upics per push-up, and then the winner keeps the actual upics. So
Yeah. There you
if y'all
go.
did 56 push-ups, that person that did the 57th one would keep it.
Yep. That'd be
We could
pretty
do that
cool.
live. That would be, man. We
Little
we should do
fitness
we should
challenge.
should do something like that. Dips,
Might
you
have to
do
work on
dips.
that. Some dips, some
Yeah.
pull-ups, get people doing pull-ups.
Yeah, pull-ups.
That'd be a quick contest,
I
right?
did I started doing muscle ups, man, in my 44th year of life. So I could do muscle ups. You
Nice.
ever try it?
It's been a while. It's been a while. I'll still hit the pull-ups here once in a while when my shoulders are feeling
Okay.
young.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do the pull-ups, dips, muscle ups, and bench press,
Yeah.
knee raise, all of it, man. We gotta just keep moving your body. And
Body's meant to be in motion.
I
yep.
like that. We got to keep our ninja community, in shape, ready
Yeah.
to defend your honor at all times.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have. That's why I say that you can't just have fitness over in the real North LA. You can't just have fitness over in the Hyde Park. LA is popping, man. We have LA. You know how LA Fitness, the gym. Maybe
There
we
you
can get
go.
them to
That's what I was
sponsor.
just thinking when you said that. Yeah.
Can we get LA Fitness to sponsor the whole event, man? The whole LA event, man. That'd be wild.
LA Meta Fitness. Yeah. That could be really cool.
Yep.
We could do weekly contests, different contests every week.
Giveaway UPX, USD, and whatever LA Fitness sponsors, they might give away memberships.
Memberships. There you go. Yeah, because they're worldwide.
Look at us pressing them to give away stuff for free. Hey, LA Fitness, come on over to the Real No LA. Bring about 25 memberships, and we're gonna get them bad boys away.
That'd be awesome advertisement for them too.
Yeah, it would. We'll put up a logo. We'll put up a logo right in the theater.
All right, Kale, you want to start spinning this wheel?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get that done. I know people are wanting to see what they're going to win today.
All right, so the prizes, so we got the $100, the 100 USD would be the first one, obviously.
Yeah, I got all the prizes here. Jarashad also gave us 2 flags as well.
What kind of flags are they? Buffalo Bills flags?
No, they're racing
Oh,
flags.
racing flags. Okay. I know Jarashad's a Buffalo Bills fan, so
oh, that's
got all
right.
excited there.
But yeah, we'll kind of go down in order of value here. Give people a good chance to win some good prizes. I do have that wheel pulled up whenever you're ready.
All right, there we go. Let me get Elijah back on here. There he is. Yeah,
Oh,
we got
one
some
flag.
entries on that wheel. Do we want to shuffle it up or?
I am going to shuffle it. Yes.
Awesome.
Yep, I'm going to shuffle it. Awesome. Well, this wheel again is a thank you to everyone who has been helping us mint out Hyde Park. We're on like about a 2 or 3 week mission to do it. It seemed kind of impossible, and everyone came together and got it done. So let's get to giving away some cool stuff. I'm going to shuffle this about
And
10
it looks like
times.
the flag from Fast Track, that's actually just one flag. It's got 2 different sides to it.
Okay. Gotcha. I'll change that here. And okay. And so these are all the entries from the entries had to be in the Discord in the minting challenge. That's exactly where I went, and I double checked everything. I spent most of the morning doing that, getting this together. We have 40 different people entered in on this, and 367 entries, which means 367 props. So are you ready to give away this $100?
All right, let's do it.
All right, everybody. Here we go for 100 USD for this epic week for Hyde Park. Buellman. Look at that. And Buellman had 20 entries there.
Nice.
Congratulations, Buellman.
All right, we'll work out the details for that, Buellman. Congratulations. I am going to remove you from the wheel.
So Buellman, the way that prize works too is we're going to send you $1 US per week.
In UPX.
Yeah, in UPX. You didn't read the fine print of the competition. Well, the next prize is 100,000 UPX. So let's give out 100,000 UPX. A lot of names on this wheel.
Wow.
Won twice today already. Congrats, Dogster. Yeah, we'll be removing that. The next one that we're going to be giving away is actually a gold bag. There's only 4 or 5 gold bags that have that people own. There's only 100 of these, and so we felt like this was a worthy event to give away a gold bag. So
Actually, I think
let's.
there's about 12 of them out there now.
Oh, is there 12? Wow.
Yeah, at Genesis Week, actually at Genesis Week at our table, we had sold quite a few packages that we had the special packages going.
Nice. Well, let's see who this gold bag is going to. He's already got one too. I think he's got one.
I think RDP may have picked up the mint one. I can't remember.
I think he's got the mint one, yeah. Congrats, RDP. I'd like to go into Elijah Judah's red Eagle cart here.
Yeah.
So let's give that baby out next.
Hey, Shaq. Player of the year. What's the chance? Shout out to Shaq. Shout out to
That's awesome.
Shaq. This cart that we're giving away, this cart that we're giving away, what makes it unique is that it was designed in VR. So I designed it in VR myself, and with the glasses on and everything, and then I gave that to Upland Ready Assets, and they were able to convert it into a usable asset for me.
Nice.
So shout out to Upland Ready Assets, who finalized the cart.
That is so cool. I might. Are those for sale somewhere in El Sereno?
Yep. At the we have a store right on the Ithaca run on Ithaca. It's a store that sells the go karts, the Red Eagle karts.
Nice.
It's called the Real No Racing Shop.
Awesome. I'm gonna go check that out after this stream. Let's keep this moving here. Let's go with the Le Mans cart from BAMTech next. Got some just sweet prizes today. Excited to get these out to people. All right, congrats, Ruan. It's an awesome prize. Let's go with Lightning Legs cart next. These are sweet as well. Very cool looking. There's Paragon. Awesome. Sweet prize there. All right, we're gonna move on to a silver bag.
Silver bag or Ninja Duck?
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ninja Duck is more valuable right now, I think.
Yeah, the floor price on those Ninja Ducks are up pretty good. So I am willing. This is a worthy event to give away a Ninja Duck. So let's see.
You should give away about 4 of them. I'm trying to catch up to you.
I'll part with one today. I'll commit to that. Ninja Duck going to
Okay.
No, he came in and minted a bunch. So thank you.
Yeah.
All right, and now the silver bag. Our next rarest item. Congratulations. Just a few more prizes left. We're gonna go with let's do a red bag. red ninja bag. That's one I gotta check the in-game name. I'm not sure.
Spy. Yeah, I'm not sure who that one is.
Okay, let's give away Jarashad's racing flag. Getting lower on that wheel. Sorry, just writing this down so we don't mess it up. And
I think we may have, did we have one more cart from BAMTech actually? I think he said 2. Is that correct?
I don't think, unless he posted after. It was just the Le Mans cart, if I'm not mistaken.
We confirm on that one.
Okay, no, he was just put up a 1 Le Mans cart.
If you
He
guys
thought we
would
were
like
just
to
doing...
do 2 spins. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. All right, and then let's give away a octagon, the ring,
Okay.
the arena. And last one, I will give away a full set of ninjas, so 6 ninjas.
Ooh.
Let's see who's gonna get that. And this is our last prize. All right, guys, that concludes our big giveaway.
That was 12 big giveaways. That's awesome.
Yeah, congratulations, everybody.
All right, so we had for the 100 USD Buman, Dalkster taking home the 100K Upix, RDP with the gold bag. The Red Eagle cart is going to Shaq. The Lorenz cart is going to Ruan. The Lightning cart to Paragod. The Ninja Duck is going to Edelschrott. Silver bag going to Laban. The red bag is going to Spy. And then the racing flag from Jarashad, that's going to Meh 443. And then the Hyde Park Ninja Ring is going to Walla Balla. And then the 6 Ninja Pack is going to Angry Ursha. Congrats to everybody.
Congratulations, everybody. That was a pretty good haul there.
And BAMTech will have to check on Ruan. I know that player's been pretty active, so that might be a wrong name. Has Ruan got a different in-game name?
I think there's a little more to it. He should be in chat. So Ruan, drop your in-game name if you can. If not, hit me up in Discord.
All right. Well, congrats to all the winners. And, it's thanks for everybody that donated prizes. We couldn't have done this without you guys. So we appreciate all the support in Hyde Park, and super, super excited about hitting our goal of minting out Hyde Park. It's been a long journey. But man, it's great. It's a great feeling to, have that goal under our belt of being minted out. So now we just continue to build and keep doing the things that we're doing day in and day out. So.
And
All
thanks to
right,
Elijah
let's
Judah for
see.
joining us today. Really appreciate your time.
Man, thanks for having me, man. It's always a pleasure. I enjoyed it. Anytime you want to have me back out, I'll be there.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, we're on the wrong screen. What the heck is going on here? This thing is
And
all
shout out
over
to
the
everybody in the
board.
theater coming to show some support. They got quite a few people showing some support, watching the show. They watched the entire stream.
Yeah. Now, is there going to be a restream of that? Or is it just strictly live in the theater, no stream?
This time is live. Sometimes it will be a restream. I didn't. It was a flex on the bandwidth today to try to stream it. So we're gonna work on that.
Awesome. Well, I guess, Kale, we're not done yet, though. We still got more to go, don't we? We got one more big
Oh, we do
thing.
have one more.
Yeah.
We do have one more thing.
So we've been kind of talking about this a little bit over the last, I guess, 4 to 6 weeks, putting this together. And, we've been working really hard on a lot of projects within Hyde Park. We have all the stuff that we do within Upland with all of our different assets that all have, some use case within competitions and different things that we do within the community. And, we have our comic book that's already out, the second edition of Becoming Before We Know It. We've got a very interactive card game that's, underway, and we're looking to get that released Q1, Q2 at the latest. So within all of these different stories, and within the Web3 game that we're working on as well, we have all these different characters. We've showed some of them on stream here and there, and one of the characters, we started to talk about this probably about 4 to 6 weeks ago, and we are allowing the community to help to name this actual character. So we put out like a glimpse of it, and I'm going to put up the full screenshot of it here so you guys can take a look at the character. Let me pull that up. That is not it. We're going to get there. We can do this. Um, all right, let's see. All right, so we have like 3 phases of this competition that are going on. And phase one is to submit the name for the character. So that's the current phase that we're going to be in, and I'll show the picture of the actual character so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like in helping to name the character. So phase one, the community is going to vote on names over the next week, and then once we get those names, we're going to take all those names for phase two, and our team, our Hyde Park Ninja team, all the developers and creators, we are going to be choosing our favorite ones. And then based off that criteria that we choose, all of the different names that we pick are, we're going to deem to be our favorites, basically. The next phase will go to a community vote, and the community will get to vote on all of those names that we choose for the winner. So let me pull up the actual picture here now. It's like it disappeared. That's not it. That's Vegas. Holy cow. Where did it go?
These are over. Going flashback here to
Yeah.
Vegas. While he's finding that, are you planning on going to Vegas, Elijah, again?
We're gonna see how it goes. Maybe we'll see how it goes. I didn't plan to go last year, but I ended up going. So we're gonna see how it goes. If I don't go, then I'm sure we'll do an immersive representation. But I may be there. We'll see how it goes. Y'all going?
That is the plan.
Yeah,
The
definitely
plan.
planning on it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. They didn't launch a date or anything like that, did they?
No, not that I've heard of.
No, not yet. Yeah.
I might go. We'll see. Let's see if I can get a good price on those tickets, man. It's expensive to fly out to Vegas, though.
Oh, it
It
is.
and time consuming. It's a lot for sure.
That time change always kicks my butt too.
I like the concept of immersive environments. I like where it'd be kind of twinned in the immersive space. Where if you want to go to Vegas, then go. But if you didn't go, then you're still going to get the feel of it in one of these immersive spaces. But I guess that would take a boots on the ground person to be there. To be honest with you, to relay it back into the immersive space.
Yeah.
All right, here we are. I was looking in the totally wrong place. All right, so this is the character that the community is going to have an opportunity to name. So just give you an idea of what this character looks like as you're thinking about names, and we've got a little description here so you guys can kind of read through on your own. But this is the avatar of Chamka, And this hero serves, it's within the lineage of Marie, who was in the Legend of Marie book, the first comic book that came out. And this hero serves as an avatar of Chamka, and as such has the strength and durability of an elephant. So she fights alongside Marie as a champion of the Muay Thai Dominion, and her wisdom and power make her a difficult foe for even the strongest of the Ophidian Order. So that'll give you an idea of the character and just a little bit of a small background there. So start getting your entries in. I believe KO has already got a channel up. I think I've already seen some names pop in there just based off on that little silhouette picture that we put out. So I saw a lot of funny names, and there were some really good names out there. So we're looking forward to this contest and super excited to allow the community basically to have a say in the name of one of our characters. So super pumped about this, and we look forward to getting this character name. So just in a few weeks here. So I think we'll probably have the name maybe before the new year. So we'll see.
Yeah, really excited about that, and fun to get the community involved with the project and have something that'll, you know, have an effect on that forever. So pretty cool.
That's pretty good. It is pretty cool, man. She looks dangerous too.
Yeah, she looks nasty, man. I would not want to fight her.
She got some sharpened elephant tusks,
Yeah,
as Wolverine
yeah,
things.
yeah. So so everybody get your names in and get those in the Discord, and then I guess next Sunday, we'll announce. Are we doing that Sunday, KO? Is that going to be next week Sunday?
I think we're gonna do 1 week. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 week. So we'll get that out, and we'll start the choosing and voting from there. So. All right, I think that's going to wrap it for today. I know I got to start a drive out to Columbia to go deliver a set of keys and wallet, and then I've already got a bunch of messages out for people in Columbia. I'm trying to find a good Buffalo Bills backers place to watch the game today before we come back. So we'll make it. Unfortunate we have to drive there, but on a good note, we get to see our daughter a little bit more, and we'll make the best of it. So and have some fun while we're there.
Yeah. I think I need to jump in Blender today. I might do share my screen in the theater and work on some structure ornaments. Man, I got a structure ornament, showroom structure ornament, manufacturing. I really got to get in there and make some models.
Nice. You're going to be doing that live?
Yeah, I think so. I
Very
think I'm gonna have
nice.
to.
Yeah, if you guys want
Maybe
to
I can
check out
just,
some Blender work, hop over there into the theater and join Elijah and watch the work and the creation.
yeah.
Well, and as we're wrapping up here, just want to shout out El Slack. He already changed his address over for the month, and shout out to Granada Hills and their note up there. They came so close to minting out as well. They had some massive props that needed to be minted, so I know that was tough, but they were crushing it as well. But he wanted to know everyone to know he's a man of his word. He changed over his residence for a month. So
He did. Well, we appreciate the competition, El Slack, and it made it a lot of fun. And you guys were so close as well. I know, like Keo said, you guys had some massive properties left over there, so those are always a little bit tougher to move for sure. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Now
Well,
the
we got
massive properties are rare gems. I was gonna say
yeah,
now the massive properties are gems now.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
that's it.
The so guys, don't forget on Thursday we're going to have John Morris in the house from Nowhere. So if you have any questions for him, definitely hit us up with those, and we'll bring them on stream and get as much information as we can on the cafes and what's going on with that whole endeavor. So we're really excited about seeing where that goes, and just looking forward to having him on again as well.
Yep. It's always good to hear more.
All right, guys. Well, everybody have a great weekend. So go Bills, go Ravens, go Green Bay. Actually, Green Bay's done for the week, aren't they?
Yes,
They
let's not talk
played.
about it.
Did they lose this week?
Yes, let's not talk
They
about
played
it.
the Lions, didn't they?
Yes, let's not talk about it.
Hey, we've got the Lions next week actually, so I'm looking forward to that game. It's gonna be a tough one. Detroit's got a pretty darn good team, so
Yeah, they're all
And
good.
I guess Vulgar's in here, so go Dallas. I actually shared Thursday on stream I got the old parka from back in the 80s. I was a Dallas fan as a kid, a young kid. When I first started watching football, my uncle that I would watch the games with, he was a huge Dallas fan. So I kind of took part in that back, I guess it was in the 70s actually. But that was a good era for the Cowboys back then. All right, guys. Well, everybody have a great rest of the weekend, and we'll see you guys back same place on Thursday at 1:30. So we'll see you then.
All right, see y'all. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Elijah.
All right.